Double honors to the apostles and the elders who rule and teach well. Peace and salutations to the brothers on the four corners of this earth, pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. But I'm gonna here once again with another video. This is an impromptu video because I'll just entitle it, ruling in spirit, because this is all it is, ruling in spirit, and the climate of the ruling powers on the earth today, right now, or even as we speak, the tensions, the back and forths, the throwing words, the high alert, the countries on high alert, all these things. Yes, we know the bad is about to come. Yes, we know, we agree, and we welcome it. We welcome it because we know that the excellence, the glory, the peace, the rest that follow it is going to be eternal, sensational, phenomenal. Seeing the Lord that we serve and we make our bodies a living sacrifice for in his full glory return. And this precept I'm about to read, shout out to Brother Rai if you see this video. Big up yourself, hack. Because he's his favorite precepts, so I had to mention him on it now, And I send him some love you, man, you don't know. And nevertheless. And this is a precept that was in my mind. When I said, boy, what could do a video on today, boy? And I was like, you know what? My redemption right now, so it's look 21 and we start from 25. 21 and verse 25. It says, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth the stress of nations with perplexity, the sea and waves roaring. Right? The stress of nations. Look at what's going on here in the Caribbean, over in Europe, between Europe and Russia. US, Venezuela, we caught in the middle because the Prime Minister is a fucking idiot. But nevertheless, that's just the way it had to go. But I ain't gonna lie, the Prime Minister is an idiot. Alright? Men's hearts feeling them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. And the missile gone, the scriptures say the missiles gone, the earth shall go to and fro like a junker, just roughly paraphrasing, maybe we go and pull up. It says, verse 27, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. Right? Your redemption draweth nigh. And these are the things that, you say when these things begin to come to pass, look up. And it beginning to come to pass. So we looking up, meaning what? We trying to put we best foot forward at all times. Go even harder in this last, when I was in culinary school, one of my lecturers had a saying, finish strong. Regardless of what you do, regardless of how tired it is, regardless of what, finish strong. And this is what we are attempting to do here. There's the spirit of the Akim on the earth right now. You try your best to finish strong, and the fight is getting worse. The spiritual fight is getting worse. I ain't gonna lie. At least for me, that is. Staying focused and still trying to do what I do. Make sure at least I take, at least for the very least, at least one video. I listen to one video because I can't say watching. I plug in my headset, I go about my business, and I had the phone on YouTube and it connected via Bluetooth and it playing in my pocket or on a shelf on my workstation or something. Right? But at least brother, expound on something. And it's a beautiful thing to hear your brothers and them expound and exhort on topics. Because why? It feeds your thought, it's food for thought. So if you're not watching videos, you're probably having trouble doing videos. But there's the time when you ain't supposed to have that problem, because it has, according to Brother Ryan, it has so much things going on right now on the face of the earth. The prophecy is happening at once, not back to back. It's not back to back again. Everything going on all at once. So once you had the time, they could do 2-3 videos for the day. right? Live streams, all these things, you know, all these things, and there's this spirit that we in right now for the Lord. Because why? We redemption draw it nigh. Because this precept is coming to pass. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. Right? And they know that. That is why they're trying to accumulate as much natural resources, oil, gold, this, that, and the other. Look, Tava might do a video on this later, but it's mentioned Elon Musk released a tweet, I believe it was yesterday, that a brother put it up. It says basically to waste your time saving money, because now it will be universal basic income in here. So everybody go be getting a stipend at the end of the month or whatever the case may be. All right, and we know that will go based on what the social credit system, things upon social media. That's why they censoring it so hard. That's why they coming down with the great rat concerning social media and so on and so forth. Right? Because why they setting the infrastructure to lay out or roll out the criteria for the agenda. You know, the oh gosh, 50-minute cities. You know what I mean? Digital, completely digital society. No card, no cash. You understand? Everything literally the flick of the wrist. You understand? You scan your hand. You know, and the camps that still for Yasharala's sake, still don't think the MOTB is the micro C hip. Hey, missile food, right? That is all your portion missile food. You will see all your in the kingdom. Because all the egg making it when you wish I come back. You know what I mean? Because you're preaching the wrong thing. You're teaching men to sin. You understand? That is what it is. That precept. That's all. See if I could get it here. Oh, shit. All right, bear with me 1 second. All right. Matthew. Is in Matthew 5 and 19. All right. It says, whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. And this is their portion. They will wear that mark of shame. You know what I mean? Because the teaching men that they don't worry about that microchip thing. You could take that because that in the MOTB is an embargo. The MOTB is sin. Fucking retarded. You could buy. How you buying with sin? How you walking around proving I eat pork? Hey, I commit a murder. How you walking around proving that? You know? It don't make sense. It doesn't. The math's not mathsing as we just say. The math's not mathsing. You know? And at the end of the day, it is set to be like that by the Lord. You know what I mean? It's set to be like that by the Lord. He put it that way for a reason. Because we need examples of what not to be like. We have the ultimate example of what we should be like and the way we should follow. Right? No, these are the precepts. Then it's 2 Thessalonians. It's 2 and 9. That is the problem here. Let's build, man. I'm gonna get his precept. Yeah, it's 2 and 9. Lovely. Second Thessalonians 2 and 9. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. Right, Esau Edom. Yeah, take the Neuralink, you go you know what I mean, able to run, walk, this and the other, lying wonders, right? And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness, because they have been deceived for that filthy lucre. In them that perish, like what I say, they'll be missile food because they teaching men wrong, because they receive not the love of the truth that they might be saved. Yeah, they don't receive that love of the truth. They don't have that love of the truth. They scoff at it, they mock it. And for this cause power shall send them strong delusion that they shall believe a lie, that they all might be damned who believe not the truth but had pleasure in unrighteousness. You understand? Yeah. The Lord put it that way for them, strong delusion, for them to believe their own lies. You are be not wise in your own conceit. Alright? And that is what going on with them. They get strong delusion. That is as plain as it is. You know? They get strong delusion, so they're stuck in their ways. And the most I send that strong delusion. Right? That I call them missile food because they would perish. Yes, and they receive not the love of the truth that they might be saved by. So they will not be saved. That is why I start off that is why that precept so beautiful. So look up for your redemption right now, by. But it's only for a select amount of men to look up and see that redemption right now. Because men will look up and see judgment right now. You understand? Unbalance is what abomination with the Lord. Improper balance. And we'll get that one. That one I look for. In the book of Proverbs. False balance. Right? Proverbs 11 and 1. A false balance is abomination to Yahweh, but a just weight is delight. That is why Yahweh shall say, well, behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according to his work by. And that is what? That is a just balance. Revelation 22 and 12. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be. And that is it for the men who making their bodies a living sacrifice, doing what is required of them, day in, day out, teaching truth, teaching men to do what? Truth. You understand? Not going out teaching heresies, damnable heresies at that. And that is why I say damnable, because why? You will be damned. That strong delusion will damn you. Alright? You'll be missile food, as we just say. You know? That is a just weight, because alright, so while the 144,000 looking up, because their redemption right now, the 1/3 looking up because their redemption right now, the 2/3 and the rest, hey, I'm looking up because hey, judgment right now by judgment in the place. You know what I mean? Judgment. Scripture say, well, is it First Peter 3? First Peter 3 and 9? Is it 3 and 9? No. Right, 4 and 17. First Peter 4 and 17. For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of power. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of power? They do obey the good news of the Lord by that hey, all you will drink a cup, all you will suffer, but all you will be saved, all you will reign with me. all you will be glorified in the kingdom. You all will have a proper seat in the kingdom for being lowly in this life. You know? It's a verse 18, and if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? You understand? If you righteous scarcely by the skin of your teeth, as the older heads does say, by the skin of your teeth, you're getting saved. What about the ones who teaching the MOTBs, not the micro here? What about the ones who doing all sorts of what is it what I'm looking for here? Not the butcheries, another word so okay, I just keep in my all sorts of filthy things in the private time, if you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean? What about them? How the fuck them gonna be safe if we doing we best out here, the best that we possibly could by who scarcely be safe? What about them? Lost in the flicking sauce by doom missile food by fire by they'll melt with the stand by they will melt with the stand. Right? So I hope this was inspiring to the Akim doing that which is required of them. I hope it's back food for thought to the Akim as well. You know, you could learn back off any of my videos, I no problem. I'd appreciate that. You know, nevertheless, I hope it reach all you through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yeshai B'Shem Kakadash. Until next time, Akim Shalom.